Morning, guys. Getting ready to go live here in a couple of seconds. Geo should be on any minute.
Sunny days in Seattle.
Lady.
You're the arm crack. You're the armpit, and we're the butt crack.
There you go.
Morning,
Nice
Geo.
conversation to come into.
Morning.
Good morning, maidens.
Morning.
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 How are we doing today?
Busy. Good.
Excellent. Let me see if I have to turn anybody up.
Susie.
I never have to
It's
turn her up.
always me.
I have her at 200%.
I have me at 200%.
I'm so quiet I can't hear myself.
I can hear you. And that's all that matters is I can hear you. Okay, so ladies, welcome back to episode 4 of Iron Maidens. And we are currently, as we have some of you loading in a little bit late, we are currently in the Magpie spaceship that you found last episode, which, by the way, last episode is going up online as we speak.
Sorry for the lag.
I'll apologize to my chat if we get a little laggy while these last girls enter in. But yeah, there's a little bit to download this morning, ladies. So, as the ladies who are already on the table have discovered.
Sorry, me and Star were having brain farts this morning. Neither of us could figure out how to get fantasy grounds going.
Oh, jeez. I have days like that too.
That's like forgetting how to breathe.
Yeah.
Only because I'm not sitting at the desk doing it.
Wait, who are you and why
Whoa.
are you here?
Yeah, girls only. Get out.
He's standing next to me trying to help me get this fantasy grounds going.
Fix the clubhouse door again.
I know, right?
Anyway, ladies, as you load in, you will discover that you have some new stuff on your character sheets. At the top of your character sheet will be this entry called Action Dice. Since that's what we are using, and before the coding was a little clunky, I found a wonderful Action Die code over on Fantasy Grounds that we are now going to be using. When it comes time to use an Action Die, just let me know, and I will walk you through it. I've already walked through a few of you, but I'm guessing that you'd like to get right into game today. And I'm just going to wait for Pale to load in, it looks like.
My computer's slow.
That's okay. And you are like ridiculously quiet, even though I have you turned up to 200.
No. Okay, I'm in.
Yay!
Don't mind
There you are.
the little toddler in the background. He's having fun.
Okie dokie, when we last left you ladies off. Well, we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, when we last left you ladies off, you had found the Magpie, a very small little courier class ship that appears to have been retrofitted. It's a very old ship. Well, old as far as technology moves. Old as in it's only maybe 50 years old, and it looks like it's been retrofitted in the last 5 or 10 years to have some more modern systems to it. And today you are going to explore your ship. and actually see what kind of amenities you may or may not have. And chat is already starting. They're trying to buy meteor hits on you already this morning.
Thanks,
You know
chat.
Fuck you,
Gonna start
chat.
the morning off with a bang. Hey.
Wow, Susie's aggressive this morning.
This morning?
Hey,
That
leave me
was
be.
hilarious.
I had a good night last night.
I was gonna say she didn't get it out of her system.
No, I didn't.
Um, anyway.
Audible facepalm.
Yes, yes, yeah, that was a shake my head moment. Okay, now that the entire internet has now gotten to hear Susie say that, that's
She's my spirit animal.
she, oh my god. Oh my god. We're having a wonderful encounter at home at the moment. So
Oh.
our oldest daughter gave our dog a bath. Our dog is not liking the fact that he had a bath, so he has made sure that he has rolled in anything and everything he possibly can find.
Nice.
He smells worse now than he did before the bath.
Oh
That's a
no.
spiteful little dog.
That's your dog.
Even the schnauzer doesn't take it to that level. No, she's not that spiteful, but
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm clean, so now I'm gonna make everything dirty. Okay.
Sounds like a dog.
All right, so here you are aboard the Magpie, and you'll hear my kids and my son yelling in the background at the dogs and each other and everything else. I apologize now. What would you ladies like to do?
Well,
should
let's see if
probably
we
go back
can
to
get.
the cargo holds and see what's going on back there.
Yeah. What kind of good we got in this bitch?
All right, so let me tell you where you are. Anyway, okay. Let me tell you where you ladies are. Currently, Aries, you are sitting in the co-pilot's seat, which, because of the way the computer systems are linked, you are able to give Lox, who is sitting in the pilot's seat, the help action on piloting if you want to.
Okay.
Pixis is currently sitting in the sensors seat. She's able to run navigational sensors and such and do all sorts of wonderful things there. Ravella is sitting at a desk at the moment. Thank you, Knucklehead, for the follow. Ravella is sitting at a desk that is covered in old books, and there is a computer interface that is in the desk as well. Echo is currently sitting on a couch, and Lunafia is currently lounging on a couch in what appears to be a rec room. You ladies have been on board for roughly 10 hours at this point, and you have all had a long rest.
Awesome. While I'm co-piloting, Lox will see me like looking at her out of the corner of her eye, and then she finally looks over. I just smile, and that's it.
What is your issue?
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh, I was just, I don't know.
What, did you have a naughty dream about me or something? If so, that's
Huh?
just kinky and weird.
What happens in the cockpit stays in the cockpit.
Exactly.
She just seems to be trying to pick up some of your skills from piloting in a really odd way of like staring.
If you want to learn, ask.
She's kind of like Tormund from Game of Thrones with Brienne. That one scene.
All right, so Lunafia, you've moved back into the aft section. And you are now in a cargo hold.
Yeah, I want to check these boxes and see what we've got for ways of supplies.
Alrighty. And it looks like Echo is doing the same thing on the other side. So why don't you two ladies please roll me perception checks? Actually, investigation checks.
That was a good roll.
That was an amazing roll. Echo, you have discovered that there is some very old, it looks like plates and silver and that kind of stuff in these crates. It's kind of tarnished and worn with age.
Okay, like just silver, like bars or ore?
Silver as in like table settings.
Oh, okay. I was like, who are we talking? Yeah, okay.
You have lots of
We've got fine
forks and
china.
spoons. Yes, the fine china and the forks and spoons and all the rest of that
Now
stuff.
we can host parties. Yeah, I was gonna say, who's bringing fine china onto this? Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna grab a couple pieces and I'm gonna go take it up front to the girls. Show off the fact we can now have tea parties.
Okay. Luna Fia, why don't you go ahead and give me another investigation check, this time with advantage. Ah, much better. The gray boxes that are along the top wall there, those have what looks like rations in them. They're very old. They're well beyond their expiration dates. But it is the brown boxes that are right next to you that actually catch your interest the most. Those have medical supplies.
There's what now?
Medical supplies.
Oh, goody.
Can I see if I can get onto the computer here? Maybe there's some log files so we can know how the ship got there and what it might have been up to.
Then that would be a computers check.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that.
Well,
Oh,
we can
actually,
try.
I do. But it's no good.
No bueno.
What's a power button?
Well, you figure out the power button, but it's powered up, and there's a cursor blinking at you on the screen. You try typing some stuff in, and it just doesn't seem to want to do anything for you.
Must be Windows. I'll try to reboot.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Did you update it?
Yeah, did you update to Windows 323?
No.
That one was worse than Windows 8.
Nothing's worse than Windows 8. If I could set my computer back to Windows 3.1, I would.
I'm sure they're working on something worse. One day.
So go ahead and Ravella, please give me another computers check, this time with advantage, since you are going to be sitting there hacking away at it for a while.
Yeah, not better. Well, a little better.
A little bit better. You're able to actually log on now and actually get it to run, and you get at least a prompt on the screen that gives you a variety of different topics to talk about, like ship systems. And there is a place for logs.
I think I'm more interested in the logs, assuming the people, in the cockpit already know about the ship systems.
Okay. Go ahead and roll one more computers, because it appears it is password encrypted.
Figures.
It's a decent check, but not good enough. You will not be able to get into the logs.
I'm going to start asking around if anybody else wants to play with passwords.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
It's not a try 3 times and it locks itself, is it?
Oh, probably.
I remember the last time I tried to do something like that. I like released some sort of like death fog.
Don't worry, I'm not bitter.
So Echo has come to the front, and she's brought with her apparently fine china and silverware.
Like, look what I found, guys. We can have that tea party we all wanted at some point in our lives.
Awesome. Awesome.
Why is a ship carrying fine china? Are we on a carrier or something? A trailer.
We're gonna find out.
Somebody save me from the word I'm trying to figure out there.
Ooh, silverware. Anybody know anything about passwords?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go.
You do about as well as she did, and you discover the ship systems, and you do see that there's logs and such like that, but they are password encrypted. And the cockpit is getting very crowded because all 6 of you ladies have piled into the cockpit.
Yeah, Echo's tail's still hanging out the door, though.
Don't stand on it.
I very
We'll bite
gingerly
you.
walk past it.
I'll watch out.
I found expired MREs and medical supplies.
Can I hook my wrist computer up to this?
That would be an interesting engineering check. You can't figure out where your USB is supposed to plug in.
Turn it over.
A classic problem.
It's hidden. There's a little clippy thing you open.
I already did turn it over, and I tried the clicky thingy. It doesn't plug in.
Okay, so while you're tinkering around, Mox, you will discover in the ship's systems that this ship does indeed have a hyperdrive. It doesn't have an FTL, but it does have an HD.
Woohoo! Well, at least I know we can get this shuddering beast off the ground. No FTL, but we have a hyperdrive.
And
do we want to bring it back to Praxis? Or do we even want them to know that we have a ship?
Do we really want to constantly rely on their ships to take us places?
Exactly.
Pixis, would you like to give me a navigation check?
I would love to. I was wondering where we were going.
The real question is, where do we park it?
Well, they did have a whole parking area.
Worst roll ever.
Call Throb. Maybe he's got a place where he puts his taxi.
Oh, I'm sure Throb could hook us up.
All right, Susie.
Well, Pixis has no idea where you are, or how long it's going to take you to get there. Lox, you do know from tinkering around in the systems that yes, you do have a hyperdrive and you have roughly 10 days of fuel.
All right. Well, hopefully it won't take us more than 10 days to get back to Praxis.
It only took us a couple hours, didn't it? How slow will this thing go?
Yeah, but we had
Yes, it
FTL.
took you you took 24 hours to get from Praxis to the outpost. And this thing has got 10 days worth of fuel left in it. Lox can tell you that the hyperdrive is a class 3 hyperdrive, which doesn't really make any sense to any of you unless somebody wants to, make a engineering check.
I'll just smile and nod.
What's
Likewise.
an engineering check?
Aha. If you don't have engineering on your character sheet, let me know.
Yeah,
I do
I
not.
don't have
highly-
engineering.
Me neither.
It's an intelligence skill.
yeah. -1.
Aries just giggles like, nah.
Nah.
Come on, I'm sure you got this, right?
Oh, I'm sure she does. And then I'll like drive us into a mountain.
So I'm going to start updating your character sheets with some new skills, which apparently none of you have access to actually going to the skills tab to be able to find them. But since Ravella was the first one in my list, she's getting updated first with the new skills.
Okay, well, while you're all doing that, since I can't get into this computer, I'm gonna figure out how long it's gonna take us to get back to Praxis.
Surely this thing has a map scanner.
That would probably be navigation, right?
That'd be a navigation check.
I got no clue.
Well, you know from that basic navigation check that it will take 1 light year. You're basically 1 light year away. It takes you 10 days to travel 1 light year. Amazing how that worked out, huh?
Oh, just,
What a
Okay.
coincidence!
wow.
I had
There
a
you go.
feeling when I heard 10 days of fuel that it would take about that long.
There you go. We're gonna limp
Sputtering
and
back
get
into Praxis.
this beast back into Praxis.
If we run out of fuel, I'm steering while you guys push.
I don't think I would trust you just to do that.
Except for the fact that you have to go out into space to push.
I don't think we have, yet again, I don't think we have any suits that will fit my snake
that was
tail.
the joke.
Just saying, though.
Okay, so Ravella and Pixis have both been updated with the skills. I know Lox has already been updated with the skills. Luna Fia is my next one.
I feel like this ship is like one of those old like bombshell bunker type things, like some rich family had.
Yeah.
And apparently
Lox,
couldn't navigate.
Lox is going to pull Luna Fia to the side and try and figure stuff out with her.
It's their backup, their old car basically.
I hate when people have old cars as backups because an old car is all I have to drive, and I'm just like, I hate you so much for this.
Yeah, that was me in my first car.
It's like, oh, look at my car. Look at my old car. It's my backup. I'm like, yeah, that 92 Ford out there is my base.
Awesome.
So
Sweet
It's got
Jesus.
character.
exactly. Yeah, that's what they say. Well, it's got character. It's also about to fall apart. So
Yeah, my first car had character too. Right till I drove it to the junkyard.
At least you're able to drive yours to the junkyard.
says Jeff, not at all bitter.
It limped to the junkyard. Come on. My first car was an '89 Chevette.
I had a '89 Grand Marquis. It got hit by a semi and only had a little dent.
Best lasting old cars, right? That pure metal. It's just so good. As we all get extremely off topic.
Yes, you did. Okay, so,
Yes.
but now I have updated all your character sheets with new skills, so you now have access to additional skills.
Ooh, there's a lot of new ones.
Yes, there is. Yes, GeoDaddy has been working on making sure that his maidens had plenty of toys to play with.
Yay!
Aw, you're still good to us.
All right, trying to settle my children in the background as they're all still giggling over the dog. Alrighty, so you will discover that you are 1 light year away from Praxis. It will take you 10 hours in hyperdrive to be able to make it there, and you only have 10, or you take 10 days to get there, and you only have 10 days of fuel left. Also, while you're searching through the systems, let's see, I'm going to give this one to Ares. Ares, give me a computers check.
I don't think I have computers.
Oh, take a look at your character sheet.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Wow. Okay, Ares, you're tinkering around, but you do find that there is a weapon system on board.
Oh, snazzy. Hey, look what I found. The good stuff over here. I show everybody.
You discover that you have two slam missile turrets, or two slam missile tubes, which are front facing. They literally come out from underneath your seats, the pilot and co pilot seats, out the front of the ship, and can only fire forward. And there is two light particle beam cannons that come off the sides of the ship, roughly behind the bubbles of the HAB module. The HAB module itself is reinforced, so therefore people have advantage on not being wounded and having any saving throws if you're attacked, as long as you're in the HAB module. Anybody else looking for anything specific?
Does it still have the ammunition?
You have no missiles left.
Okay.
And it appears only one of the particle beam cannons is operable.
Well, we have this.
I mean, it's something at least. It means we don't have to try to fit this with any.
Roll down the windows and just shoot our lasers.
Yeah.
You first. You go right ahead.
Wow. We've already had the Princess Leia moment. Do you want me to get out and push? Now we have people rolling down windows a la Spaceballs.
Hey, it all works. Use the Schwartz.
Yeah, it happened in the movies. It's totally possible.
Exactly.
Duh.
But
Hollywood
most
doesn't
important-
lie.
The most important negative thing about your trip is going to be the fact you have no food, because the MREs that were found are inedible.
But that's the thing. MREs don't really expire. So
Well-
are they really inedible or are they just old?
You
Well-
go first.
If I'm telling you that the MRE expired, that should tell you something.
What was
If
the
you eat it,
expiration
you'll
date
be on the
this?
bathroom the whole trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the expiration date on this because MREs don't expire.
2118.
Okay, they might be expired.
That's old.
Yes, so you have insanely old food. You did find that there is medical supplies. You have fine china and silverware. And this little ship seems to have quite the punch packed into it. So,
Didn't we have transport arranged for us to like get back to Praxis?
I don't remember.
Because if we did, why don't we just go and then come back? It only took a day for them to get here.
What if they don't bring us back?
Well, it was a different ship that dropped you off. They were going out to go do some mining anyway, so that ship is not coming back through. You were to turn on the beacons and such at the station that you guys had cleared, and it was at that point where you discovered the ship. Now, you've salvaged the ship and you've gotten it to work and you've taken it off. You're in space at this point with it. If you wish to land back on the planet and wait for somebody to come get you, then they will probably salvage the ship and you won't have one.
Is there some sort of like base or something on the way back to Praxis? Sorry.
You do not know. That would be somebody with a navigation, Pixis, making a navigation check to find out if there is something within your jump distance.
Nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Oh, I think I can do that. Oh.
Could I offer like assistance with her?
Are you proficient in the navigation skill?
I am.
I might need help with the last roll I had. So
Pixis, you will get this at advantage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You do know that there are a number of mining colonies. Now that you've got the sensors to kind of kick over, the reason why you failed your earlier check was because the sensors are currently damaged, and you have discovered that this actually has some pretty damn good sensors on it. Like, really good sensors. You'll also discover the transponder while you're doing your sensor sweep, and your transponder says you are aboard the Magpie, which is also written out in BASIC for you, which should be unusual.
Things just keep getting weirder and weirder.
I know.
I'm still thinking the ship was some kind of crazy escape pod thing.
Why would you put fine china on an escape pod?
Because they were crazy rich people that wanted to escape with their fine china.
Not my fine china.
We must evacuate. Bring the fine china.
Just
We'll
in case
need
you
that.
have any guests.
We want to look civilized.
We're gonna go down. We'll go down in style.
They
Like
did.
the Titanic.
Girls gotta accessorize.
So this was a crew of females. Well,
It's
at
perfect.
least it's going back to the original hands.
Well, we don't know they were female for sure.
Very flamboyant men.
In touch with their
been-
feminine
They
side.
were fabulous.
Then let's let them be fabulous.
So what you're saying is truck drivers that drive for various, delivery companies are fabulous just because of the cargo they carry?
That's the assumption we're making.
I mean, it's really the style of the interior, So we need to. Okay, I'm trying to get a plan here.
Do we
So
think
we
the
do
mining
know-
places could help us, do repairs and provision us a bit? Or do we think we have to go to Praxis?
There are quite a few small outposts that are nearby. Nearby in relative terms, we're talking a day to 2 days is the nearest. They're small, so therefore they're probably out of the way and probably won't cause too much of a fuss with this old ship coming in and possibly getting some repairs done.
We should outpost, ladies.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's our best chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could at least get fuel. I don't know if they'd have any like missiles for these like really old, missile things and stuff, but
Pix is talking in technical terms there.
You've been reading those manuals again, haven't you?
She has. Okay, so I would like a piloting check out of Miss Locks.
Can I assist her?
Yes, you can. So this will give her advantage on her piloting.
Awesome.
She lays in a course. She's able to kick over the hyperdrive, which makes some pretty horrendous noises. And you swear to God, it backfires on you.
God, that's just not right. It probably did backfire. This thing's crusty and dusty.
But it does wind up, and off into hyperspace you go. And it will be 2 days in hyperspace.
All right.
So who wants to roll for a random encounter?
We have no missiles. I don't like this idea at all.
Right? What is this?
No,
We need,
we're
like,
not doing.
stealth
What does
mode.
this button do?
Oh, that's the eject the rogue button.
Keep it in the back of your mind for later, Locks. Just in
Exactly.
case. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Totally just in case. You know half the walls in this ship have got to go, right?
So the amenities aboard this ship are to your right as you walk out of the cockpit is, yes, that is a bunkhouse that Lunafia is going into. There are a total of 6 beds. Each one of those beds represents a bunk bed, one above the other. So there are 6 there. To the left, you will see a little powder room where you can do the 3 S's all at the same time. And next to it is what would be considered a captain's quarters, which is this tight little cramped area, barely big enough for a bed and a vid screen.
Echo, can you fit your top half in that tiny powder room?
Probably? It looks...
Hence why some of the walls need to disappear.
I don't think that Aries should take a top bunk.
No. Especially if she's wearing her armor, she should
Oh,
definitely
God.
not take a top bunk.
I wouldn't bunk with her if she did.
Just squash someone.
Whoever takes the bottom bunk of Echoes is probably going to get a tail in their face at some point.
All right.
You'll get a little tail at night.
A little
Or you could just
Hey.
drape it. If you take the one in the far corner, just drape your tail all the way across both of the beds.
Oh, jeez.
I could. That might be really comfortable,
Yeah,
actually.
push them
Are
together,
we,
make it extra long. Gotta be
Are
comfy.
we out of food?
Yes.
Oh, no. This is a problem for Aries.
Whatever rations we had on us is what we got.
We got some silver spoons you can chew on.
Imagine like a football player not having food, and that's what Aries is like.
She's cranky.
She
He's
needs the
hangry.
She great. Aries is hangry. That's the last thing we need.
I was gonna say, do you want to get the woman with the big chain axe hangry and stuck in a
Hangry.
ship with you for 2 days?
Somebody
She's
get
not
that
the
woman
one
a
I'm worried
Snickers.
I'm looking at my tobacco like, maybe?
So I'm going to offer her one of my rations from my backpack.
Oh, thank you. I already ate all of mine.
I don't know if I have any rations, but I don't need any. So if
Alright.
anyone wants some.
Fox has her course laid in, and is there like an autopilot on this thing?
While you're in hyperspace, you basically, it is a point and shoot kind of thing. It's a fire and forget. So unless there is some sort of alarm bell going off for you, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, well, Lox is gonna go futz around the ship and see what kind of cool shit we've got here.
Spoons. We've got spoons.
I'm sure we have more than just spoons.
I don't remember what's over here, but I want to explore over here.
That over there is what appears to be a workbench for engineering.
What's this thing over here? Is that just another desk?
No, that is a stove, and in the wall right next to you, there appears to be some kind of cubby with some buttons and a computer panel.
I'm gonna push a bunch of buttons and see what happens.
Oh my god.
Damn,
How many
nothing
buttons
wrong
do you
has
wanna
ever
press?
happened.
You're totally rolling the
pushed-
random encounter right now.
Okay, so you push 3 buttons. I would like you to please roll me 3d20. Okay, so you push 4, 15, and 18 randomly.
Just randomly.
Okay. You push those. And out of the little cubby below comes a box. A little black box.
I open the box.
There's some sort of little cube inside it. It's kind of
What's in
a
the box?
brownish color.
Is it a bullion cube?
And it's wrapped in what appears to be like a vacuum sealed plastic.
I'm gonna open the plastic.
You open the plastic and sniff at it because you can smell it.
Yeah.
It's overpowering smell of, you swear it's like spices, like you'd cook with, and possibly beef. And the cube is a little bit bigger than your hand.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Um,
Have you ever taken a
Did
bite
you
of a
say-
bullying cube?
Okay, so this is something we have to put in water or add water to.
Yes.
Guys, we got food.
Soup's on.
I run out like, really?
Yeah, really. I'm gonna go get
Did
some
somebody say food?
water.
I'm
Well,
starving.
this thing that you're looking at right here is an entire cooking. It's like an auto kitchen almost. You basically have a replicator and a sink and pots and pans and hot plates and such right here where you can make food.
Then I make whatever this is.
Okay. You get some water boiling. It takes you a little bit of time, but you get some water boiling and some other such things done. You drop the cube that you had partially nibbled on, which was incredibly salty, and it makes beef stew with carrots and peas and the whole 9 yards.
holy crap.
Cool.
Enough for basically 1.5 servings.
Sweet. I'm gonna take my stew and go sit down and mow. I'm gonna go nom nom noms.
I want to come play with whatever the heck this thing is.
Just push buttons randomly. It gives you what I think you want.
I think she said.
Okay, over here for Echo, this is where Rafaela has been actually doing a lot of work. There is a computer system here that is up in the wall, and the keyboard is kind of part of the desk. And then around the desk, there's a number of books.
Try the password on the log while you're there.
Okay.
That would be a computer's. And the chat has now affectionately called this Cannibal Soup Mix. Oh, that's actually not a bad roll.
Actual cannibal soup mix?
Shia LaBeouf.
Actually, yes, it's made from real cannibals.
Made from real Shia LaBeouf.
Anyway, all right, so Echo, you're able to hack through a little bit, and you put in a password for one of the logs. It appears to be a ship's manifest.
Damn.
Guys, I did a thing.
Super. What were these people doing here?
I'm going to check right now.
I doubt it on a manifest, but you know.
Well, I'm gonna look and see what's going on.
It
People know
appears
what was here.
It appears they were delivering foodstuff and luxury items to an outpost.
All right, but this is one of our ships. So what the hell is it doing out this far? This
With
is
it-
unknown space as far as we know.
Were they delivering
What
to
is it doing
this
out?
outpost, or
Nope, not this outpost. It
Mhm.
is delivering to another outpost.
Well,
It
and
gives it a name for it. It's called Sigma 4.
this thing doesn't have FTL, so it didn't do what we did.
do I
No.
think
No.
Sigma 4 is on my wrist map, or my my newly acquired wrist thing?
I will give you an advantage on a computer's check, actually an investigation check, to take a look at that.
I know nothing.
John's no.
Yes, you don't know anything. I mean, you get a large map, but nothing that you can pinpoint where Sigma 4 would be.
You haven't learned to use this new technology well yet.
Suppose I could try and investigate.
Okay, you're up by a computer, so an investigation check for you as well. Wow.
At least I found a map.
I was like, what's this?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see. What did Ares find while she's sitting up there in the cockpit? Let me
Not
think.
the button to turn it on.
She did not find where Sigma 4 would be, but she did find an engineer's log.
I can't read well.
Let's see. Ares, you know that there is a total of 80 tons capacity for cargo on this ship.
All right.
Echo, you know that there is 35 tons of cargo.
That's
So
a lot of
let's-
spoons.
let's not add too much more weight. Well, actually, we still have a ton of tons, but you know.
I mean, those holds look maybe half full each.
So where's all that
Maybe.
weight coming from?
Old rations.
Throw them overboard.
What is it with you trying to open doors in space? Stop it!
You did it first.
Overboard.
I did not.
You did it on the Livingston.
Doesn't count.
Oh my
Maybe the
God.
weapons and stuff. Weapons could be heavy.
Well, it's not the weapons because that's already taken into account. So
Oh.
Not the fuel.
no,
I'm just
it's not the
gonna
fuel.
walk
There's
around
something
and
hidden
There's
on this
any
ship.
secret compartments around here.
yeah.
Maybe we can use the silver knives and forks as missiles and shove them in the missile launcher. Shoot them out.
Pull a Pirates of the Caribbean and start shooting silverware at the other ships.
Just don't shoot the rum.
Hey, I wonder if there's a button for the rum on that thing.
I guess you'll have to go over there and play with it and find out.
Where is it? Was it right over here or something?
Yep.
Okay, I want to play with it.
Yes, extra sanitary location to have the kitchen set up right next to the facilities.
I've seen far worse, so we'll just go with that. That's okay.
Easy plumbing.
Yeah, very easy plumbing. That's it. But yes, there is a button so you'll be able to. Oh no, I am not saying that, chat. Hell no, I'm not saying that. There you can figure out how to use replicator enough to make alcohol.
Yeah.
Just so you know, the chat is saying that the extra weight is the Maidens.
Ha ha
Excuse
ha.
Wow.
you, chat.
Geo
I mean,
might
We
not
happen,
won't
we
say it,
happen to
but
be
I
in
will.
very good shape.
It's all muscle, thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Very
342 pounds, but it's muscle.
Even Pale's kids are laughing at you.
Tail.
I can't help my tail's big.
Get some junk in that trunk.
Anyway, so all right, so there was an idea that there was something going on. What?
Lox is gonna finish her stew, and then these grates back here, where in between the two compartments,
Okay, that's the engineering section.
she's gonna go check those out and see if any of them come up.
That would be a perception check. Even virtually, the guys in chat are like, I didn't say it. It was. I said maybe. Okay, with that perception check, you're able to see that all of these grates do indeed pull up, but it only gives you access to engine stuff.
What about that funny shaped grate in the cargo hold 1?
What? Over here?
That one, yeah.
I think the real big clue is that this is a courier ship. So it's carrying something. We just gotta find it.
Well, since 3 of you are in there, I will give whomever would like to have the skill check, which would be a perception check, at advantage.
I'm good with perception.
Take it.
Wasn't there a computer in that little engineering room somewhere?
Yes, there is, right there at the back side of the engineering room.
Apparently, I'm not good with perception today.
With advantage, too. Ouch.
I'm just a little off because they called me fat.
You're not fat. It's the
I'm
wing weight.
feathery.
It's wing weight.
Right?
Exactly.
Mine's just wing weight. It's just wing weight.
It's like mine. It's tail weight, okay? You can't help it. It's how we were made.
I'd say I was
We were
born
born
this
this
way.
way.
No, I wasn't, actually.
Okay, well, I was, so.
Anyway,
Come on, ladies. What are you going to do?
so
How many
you do not
females does
find
it take?
anything in there. Pixis, you are standing in front of the engineering computer.
Yeah, I was wondering, maybe take a look and see if there's some kind of like extra logs we hadn't seen before on
Yeah,
this or something. Like,
And
yeah.
do us proud, Pixis.
Well, this is an engineering check, since this is the engineering computer. And Pale, if you want to roll a computer's check up there in the front to see if possibly there's additional information.
Maybe I can roll like good with my -1.
Yeah, with that computer's check, go for it. Don't forget, ladies, you do have action dice that you can use. You'll add a D8 to your roll.
I'll use it. Why not? YOLO.
YOLO, you only get them,
I
for your
feel like
level.
we also have
Oh.
inspiration too, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, I'll use inspiration instead.
All right, inspiration will give you advantage.
Okay. Yay.
Yay!
Excellent. You continue climbing through the logs, and of course, you will find the information about the luxury items that are being carried to Sigma 4. But what you also discover is that Sigma 4 is kind of a backwater outpost. Think of like a frontier land kind of thing. There's no need for this level of luxury item.
So it don't fit.
No, it does not fit. It's like the Wild West. You're delivering fine china to the Wild West. You're delivering it to a cowboy saloon is basically what you're doing.
That's weird.
That doesn't
If
make
not,
sense.
I'm gonna
They're
check
hiding
more.
something on ship then.
Yes, there is definitely something hiding on this ship.
Smugglers.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's rum. They're bootleggers.
I'm gonna check more of the crate.
All right, you start looking through the crates, and as I said before, it is in the one that the three of you are currently in. That one is fine china and silverware, and then the one down below is foodstuffs that are expired. Thank you, Jim, for the follow. Is foodstuffs that are expired and medical equipment, medical supplies.
I think someone should break a plate and yell "Opa," or however they say it, "Opa." You know.
Opa!
Ah! I think that would be a cutting hazard for Echo's tail.
I just think there might be something in those plates, or they're not really like plates, or
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
something
They're some
else.
kind of plate
Yeah.
formed from cocaine.
Something like that. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that would make them heavier, though.
Then shouldn't we nibble on them?
Start licking them.
Lox wants to
Start
check out
licking the
that
china.
cracky tile that Lunafia is standing next to.
Okay. And when she comes back, she will do so. And Pixis, were you going to roll an engineering check to see what the engineering computer had to say to you?
Yes. Not much.
It
Not a
says
lot.
nice
You can
things.
see that the hyperdrive is currently performing at roughly 30% efficiency. That, there is definitely some repairs that need to happen to it in order for it to work 100%.
So, can we find possibly a map of the ship someplace? Or just search for it?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll a navigation.
Okay.
Wow. And by the way, Pixis chat has just bought you advantage for your next skill check. So if you wish to go ahead and try your engineering again, you can do so with advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Raz bought that for you.
Thanks, Raz. So yeah, not much better, but a little better.
Not much better, but you do know that from the engineering schematics, which you're able to now pull up, you do see where there's blockages. You do see where there is corrosion. Um, with these schematics, if you were to attempt to repair something, if you were skilled in repairs, this would be a great way to do it. It would basically pinpoint things for you where all the bad stuff is.
Okay, that's good to know. I was actually kind of thinking, hoping there was something like that. Do you know, is there any like repair manuals that might tell me like how to do certain repairs to kind of like, oh, this electrical problem's going on, but if you do this, it should fix it type of thing?
Unfortunately, in space, there is no YouTube to be able to watch the videos to be able to repair your truck.
Those can be helpful, you know.
Yes, they can be. There is no manuals. Well, definitely you're not going to be able to find manuals on the engineering computer that you're currently at. There may be manuals in other computer systems, but most likely not. People who do engineering and do repairs and stuff on ships are usually taught how to do it. And then looking at the schematic, they're able to say, oh, okay, I need to replace such and such a coupling and such a junction. You unfortunately don't have that ability. Matter of fact, none of the maidens has the ability to repair. So
Yeah.
possibly, if you're going to keep this ship, you may want to find a repair robot.
I can shoot things real good.
Meanwhile, Echo.
Just double checking this room to make sure that Luno didn't miss anything.
Okay. Once again, you will find that the boxes against the wall, the grayish color boxes, they are definitely MREs that are expired. And they've been expired since before the ship took off. So if you think this is a 50-year-old ship that was refit, 5 to 10 years ago, these things were expired a century before this ship was even refit.
That's interesting.
It's a
Yeah,
weird
so why
thing
are
to
they
haul
carrying
around.
that? The only thing that seems to be of any value in this cargo hold is the medical supplies, which seem to be fresh, high-tech medical supplies.
Hmm.
Things like stem cell boosters to help with regeneration. Things like high spectrum antibiotics.
Well, I
Auto
guess
mender.
That is handy.
yeah, I was gonna say if we ever need medical treatment, I guess we've got a plethora, so we're gonna want to keep that. We can probably toss the MREs at some point, though.
So if we hadn't have found the food, we could eat your tail and then simulate regrowth for you.
Oh,
You
that's
really
not
want me to
right.
shoot you, don't you?
Let's get back to the cannibal soup. All right, Lox and Lunafia, the two of you are up there and you are examining that area. Lox, go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage.
Better than
That's
me,
good.
yay.
You do indeed discover that that little area right there has a switch that opens it up into a little corridor, like a drop down, that opens up into a larger area underneath the engines.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna
Nice.
shout to everybody else that I found something.
Basically, you drop into an area that is roughly as big as the square that I just put on the map, underneath the engines in the cargo hold. It's what they call in the business a smuggler's hold.
Oh, there we go.
What do we find down here?
Down here, you find many, many, many cases, not crates, but cases that seem to be related to each other. They have thumbprint scanners on them as
Are
the
they
locking
dirty?
mechanisms.
I'm gonna bet those are weapons. I'm gonna
Anybody
try the
find
thumb.
spare thumbs laying around?
I'm gonna try one of the thumbprint scanners.
It doesn't do anything for you.
It doesn't like scan my thumb or anything.
Well, you would assume it's scanning your thumb, but it doesn't open or do anything else. And luckily, they're not booby traps, so it didn't explode.
This is good.
Considering you're underneath the engine right now.
Right? We don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have Aries smash one of them open.
No, I'm gonna assume that these are I would assume that these are weapons.
I would say a decently safe assumption considering that they're
They're in
Thumb-locked
cases and not crates.
everything cases, and these are extremely well protected.
Do we know of any way to basically open a thumbprint lock besides a thumbprint? Is there a way?
Possibly if you had somebody who was sneaky and roguelike.
We have one of those?
I think so.
Somewhere around here.
I don't know. Do we have that person that's really good at picking locks?
I wonder.
I'm gonna jump down there with her. Do the cases look dusty, like maybe they've been sitting here a while, or are they fresh, like the medical supplies we found?
They appear to be, well, there's no real dust in space. Not that's going to get all over your stuff. And down here was basically hermetically sealed with that upper hatch. So, no, you do not discover any dust. But they've definitely been sitting here for a while.
Well, okie dokie. Pick a case and let's see if I can pop it open. Hopefully I get this because my kids are yelling "ta-da" in the background.
That would be good.
What do I roll?
That would be. You have Thieves' Tools proficiency, do you not? It's not added to your sheet. Let's add that.
Is there any chance I could help her with this?
You'd have to be down there with her. At the moment, it's just her and Locks down below.
I mean, I guess I could like wiggle over there, but I'll see if she can.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I'll wiggle over there, but I'm not going to offer help immediately unless she screws it up. So
There you go. I just added your Thieves' Tools to you.
Where those be? I can't seem to find it.
Skills.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Damn, nice roll.
ta-da!
So you're able to go through, and you can indeed trick the thumbprint.
I've got magic thumbs.
You do. You have magical thumbs.
Oh God.
And you will discover the stuff that is in the party sheet.
Oh,
Got some laser rifles, some laser pistols.
That's a lot of
somebody
pistols.
bad, bad boy.
And they all say on the insides of the cases, property of Galatech.
Not anymore.
What's
Finders
Gal-
keepers.
Yep, yep.
I look up Galatech in my Google search watch.
Yes, you could. That would be. Let me see. For you. Why don't we go with a history check? Excellent. Galatech is a weapons and ship design manufacturer from Sol System. They are one of the big 9 corporations.
Oh, in the Praxis universe? Or,
No, in the Sol sector.
Oh, where we came from then.
Yes. And yes, you did look this up on your watch that you got in Praxis, and it has this information. And yet they told you they'd never heard of your sector.
Interesting.
Well, now we know they're lying.
Full
I've
of
said it
poo-poo.
once, I'll say it again. Everybody lies.
I don't lie.
That's a lie.
That's because you're special, honey.
I just turned green.
Unhappy.
Hmm.
What else would you like to do?
So we found all of it then?
Yep, we found the extra weight.
Hmm.
I'm gonna pick up one of the laser pistols. Look at the serial number and see if I can trace that.
Okay, you, since you are a law dog. I didn't even mean to make that a pun, but she's a fox. She's a marshal, so she's a law dog. That would be a law roll. So you are able to put in your special law code, and you are able to punch up the serial number. The serial number is actually been blanked.
Oh, somebody been doing some filing. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Guys, these are unregistered, unfiled weapons. Somebody's got some explainings to do.
So if we get caught, we get like 6 months for having an unlicensed registered
6
weapon.
months? No, honey.
Honey, we broke
This-
out of jail already.
I'm going in a lot longer.
This amount of weaponry, you're looking at 20 years.
Do they even have to register weapons in Praxis? I mean, everyone didn't really look twice at ours, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we were
something
told they
stinks
didn't
in
need
here.
weapons.
Something smells awful fishy up in here.
Well, none of you have bathed in quite some time.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
not
lick
since we met
myself clean,
Fox.
thank you.
By the way, Aries, did you see that I sent you a whisper?
Oh, that's what that was.
This no bueno.
I didn't know that was a whisper. I thought everyone could see it.
Nope.
Just you,
Okay.
sweetie. The voices in your head.
I point at the console. I'm like, does anyone else see this green bleep? Or is it just me?
Hold on, let me get up there. What green blip?
This one's it's still here, right?
Yes.
And Max will haul ass to the cockpit.
It's not a booger, I promise.
And Lox, you see on the central console up in the cockpit, you do indeed see this regular green blip. It's a
God,
light
how's it
that
back
keeps lighting up, just at a regular interval. Blip, 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 blip.
Is that a tracking beacon?
No, that is not the transponder, but it is part of the same console. It's part of the communications console.
I'm going to push the green button and see what it says.
You push the green button, and through the speaker system, now, what I would like you to do is, roll me an intelligence check, Lox. That was wisdom.
It's the same modifier.
Okay, fine. So you don't realize as you switch it on and you hit the button that the entire ship can hear what is about ready to be said over the comms.
I would have told him
A
anyway.
familiar, okay, a familiar male voice suddenly crackles through the comms very faintly. Help me. And it just repeats over and over again. Help me.
Would that be Livingston?
It sounds remarkably like Livingston.
Okay.
That can't be Livingston. Livingston's gone.
How
Well, we
can
traded
Livingston
him, but it
Yeah,
could
we
be
gave him
another
to
computer AI.
same model?
Maybe it's his cousin.
Possibly. Let's find out where it's coming from.
That would require somebody with some sensors abilities, some navigation and some sensors abilities to jump on the sensor array and check that out. Pixis.
Hey, Pixis, can you haul your fancy butt up here?
Oh yeah, I'll be right there.
Meanwhile, while you're running up towards the front, you can all hear the voice, this pleading male voice that possibly is Livingston. Help me. Locks.
Ah, fuck me, it is Livingston. Damn it.
Hopefully, it's the friendly version.
Yeah, I mean, despite him trying to kill us, he seemed pretty nice. He kept our cryostasis, freezing.
Well, that was his job. Hey, and you can't blame him for that. Orders.
Hey, he got in our way, but you blew up the ship.
I can be better.
This is true. Hey, if I can't have it, nobody gets it.
All right, so Pixis, go ahead and give me a navigation check with advantage at this point. Oh, yes. Your sensors in this suite most definitely can pinpoint it. That it is indeed coming from Praxis, and it is coming from the city core.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just an AI. Do we have to help him?
yes.
Yeah, I feel like we should. We really should.
Well, Livingston wouldn't send out a distress call unless it was absolutely 100% necessary. It's part of his programming. It's part of his central intelligence part of his programming at that. So the shit's probably gone sideways there.
Well, we've got all these new wonderful weapons. We could go in guns a blazing.
We don't
We
have
don't
any ammo.
have ammo, though.
Yes, we do. We have the energy cells.
Oh,
Which
for
are
the
the ammo.
guns, not for the ship. The ship's not going to
Not
get
for
there,
the
though,
ship.
quickly.
No, the ship is not going to get there quickly, unfortunately.
Yep, it'd still take 10 days total in order for you to get there. You've only been flying now for a few hours, not even 12 hours, and you've been in hyperspace for 2 hours. So,
Is there any
yeah.
way to hail the Livingston back and get more information from him before we reach Praxis?
We can try.
We're still on the way to Outpost, aren't we? For like more fuel and
Mhm.
whatever resources we can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, the outpost you're heading towards is Outpost Sigma 3.
Interesting.
Aries kind of paces around in thought for a little bit, and then she'll like turn over and look at everybody. I have a bad feeling that the ones that shot down our original ship may be
Same
Praxian.
people. Yeah, I got that feeling too.
Maybe they are our true enemy, which is strange that they didn't capture us or interrogate us or.
They may be trying to gather intelligence.
Yeah, maybe.
And
So
we
why are
just
they
handed
gathering
it
you
right
six?
to- And we just handed everything we had right to them.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that comment.
Perhaps this place stupid. A little while longer.
I'm going to attempt to hail Livingston back and see if he can give us more information.
Are you going to attempt to do it and encrypt the transmission, or do you want to just broadcast it?
Hell no, encrypt that shit.
All
Big
right.
Latin. Speak
I ain't
Latin.
broadcasting my business.
Exactly.
She's secretly in love with the Livingston.
Mind you, because it's Nunya.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and make another law roll? I am not the GM. I am nothing more than a piece of space dust. Sentient space dust that flows near the ladies.
You're nothing but space dust in the space wind.
In the space wind, yes.
I am actually going to add an action die to that.
Okay, then please go ahead and roll your action die. Alright, so that gives you a total of a 15. And that will be enough that you encrypt it relatively well for yourself, you believe. The opposed roll for this would be a computer's check for whomever is on the other end to decrypt it if they were attempting to decrypt you. And they'd have to beat a DC 15 at this point. So, you go ahead and tell me what the message is that you're sending back to Livingston.
Livingston, received message. What's going on? Locks.
You'll receive a message back pretty quickly. I mean, after all, he is an AI that is currently inside the computer core. They hurt me.
Okay, they're hurting him.
I don't like them.
This can't be good.
If he's in their systems, he should be able to tell us what kind of weaknesses they have. Any kind of insight would be helpful for when we get back.
Yeah, I'll send him another encrypted message. Hang tight. Be there soon. Any info you have on their defenses would be great. Locks.
Partition.
That helps. All they have is that stupid partition. We can get through that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, let's do this.
So you want to go to Praxis instead of going to the outpost?
No, we got to go to the outpost first so we can pick up supplies. We don't have a choice in that. Otherwise, we're not going to make it to Praxis. And if we do, we're going to be running on fumes.
Okay. Understandable. All right, ladies. So you will continue on towards the Sigma 3 outpost.
And maybe we can trade some of this crap so we can upgrade our system a little bit so we can possibly move faster.
Yeah, we all have some credits still too. I believe that would be nice to at least get some fuel to get out of there after we're done, storming the core.
That too.
Yes, you do have some credits on some basically credit cards that you could be able to spend.
Right.
So are you good, ladies, going to do anything for the next 2 days, or are you just going to have downtime for the next 2 days?
DT.
Probably just take the time to just explore as much of the ship as possible. Do yoga and Pilates and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm gonna screw with the replicator
Keep
and
them
see what
buns strong.
see what all the buttons do.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I'll write it down so that way they know, what each, what each sequence I've figured out gives them.
Okay. All right.
And I think I think I'd still be curious about the previous passengers on the ship and continue that investigation along? I mean, 2 days. I can try that password dozens of times.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And over time, all of you will discover a little bit more information about the ship, the Magpie. This is definitely a courier class shuttle, is what it is. It has been retrofit to be a smuggling vehicle, and the smuggler's hold does indeed contain weapons, which were meant for the outpost known as Sigma 4.
And that's back where we came from?
Sigma 4, you did not know where that was.
Okay.
But you know that the weapons and the ship itself is a Galatech ship, all come from Sol Sector. And you also know that the Praxians said that Sol Sector is non existent to them.
Right.
So wait, Galatech also did the weapons, correct?
Yes, Galatech made the weapons and your ship.
So they're smuggling weapons either for the company or under the company's knowledge. But
Well, the ship was headed to Sigma 4, and we're on our way to 3, so maybe they'll be able to help us find, it on a map.
Yeah.
There
I'd
is
be good
that
to go there.
possibility.
Excuse me, we took a wrong turn. Can you tell me where Sigma 4 is?
Yep, maybe we can get some supplies and go there next afterwards.
We also have to worry about what's happening to the Livingston, so depending on how far away it is. Bad juju.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Okay, ladies. I'm just getting the map and everything prepped for you. This will be a map that you've already seen once in the past, but, well, in space, people like to use repetitive things. You land not too terrible far away from Sigma 3. You've had 2 days in hyperspace, and I'll tell you, it was cramped after a while. The only plus side of everything is the fact that you got to explore your new ship and get to learn the systems. You actually have quite a few really, really good systems on the ship that unfortunately were damaged either in a firefight, which you aren't able to tell from inside the ship, or from time, it just sitting out in the elements unattended for as long as it had. But you do know that the ship was landed on that last asteroid mining colony a little bit more than 7 years ago.
All right.
And you are now on a different map.
Do we see anybody?
You do see people running around. I'll put up a token or something for them. L are laborers. They're just your generic everyday people. They seem to be pretty much just doing their own thing. They're working. They look kind of like space farmers. Yeah. The space equivalent of overalls, work boots, work gloves. They're using power assisted exoskeletons on their upper bodies to help lift some of the bigger crates, which they're moving into and out of the building.
So if I go over to them, are they going to be like, ah, you scared me?
No. Well, depends. How are you dressed? Are you dressed in your full armor and everything?
It's from StarCraft. Uh, yeah, I'm in my armor.
Well, then you may very well scare the shit out of them.
We need to put you in jeans, I think.
Jeans.
Apple bottom.
Boots with the fur.
Yes.
Everybody in the club was looking at her.
Wah, wah.
The classics.
Yeah. All right, so you know what we're going to do right now, ladies, is it is 1:30 my time. We've been playing for an hour and a half. Why don't we go ahead and take a potty break right now?
All right.
I'm sure our pregnant lady would like that. So we'll be back.
I've been helping myself.
Ah, that's good. Well, we will be back in about 5 minutes. How's that sound? 5-minute break.
Okay.
Snack
Awesome.
break.
5 minutes, guys.
so Susie is back as well. How about you, Birdie? Are you back? I will take that as no, that she's not back yet. So let me address everybody for a second. There is definitely a difference between running for a male-dominated group or a female-dominated group. Male-dominated groups like action. They like adventure. They like to have all of those wonderful kablooies. Ladies, I've discovered, have definitely liked the story element more than the action. I'm not going to say they don't like action. They do like action. Matter of fact, we have one of them here that would probably melt most male faces with some of the stuff that she can pull. But for the most part, this is more of a story-driven game than this is an action-driven game. If people are interested in action-driven games, you can watch on Wednesdays, where we have our murder hobos of the Delvers Society go through a dungeon race. By all means, come back and watch that, if that is more your cup of tea.
Or you could play in it.
Or, yes, you can play in it, because I open that up every Monday morning for my viewers and for my followers. I open it up so anybody can play on my table. And I open it on Monday, and I take the first 6 people who say, yes, I want to play, and we play on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern. So by
You
all means,
sign up for that on
if you would like to have some action adventure, by all
Discord
means,
channel,
jump in there.
and you can get there from his Twitch channel, Twitch
And
TV
also, as a note,
/
the Wraithborn
GeoQuester.
campaigns will also be coming back on March 10th, 11th, and 12th. The 3 Wraithborn campaigns will be back. So Return of the Wraithborn on Friday, March 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern is the return of Blood of the Crown, which is another Wraithborn game. And then our brand new Wraithborn campaign, which is called Beast Pits of Ravenna, will be premiering on March 11th at noon Eastern.
I'm due on the 14th, so I'll try to hold the baby in long enough so Joshua can play his first game back.
Don't hold off on our account.
No, pop that baby out.
Definitely, get that baby out.
That biscuit's done baking.
And this season, or this game that we're playing right here, is a modified version of D&D 5th edition. It is a science fantasy space opera type game. So the ladies have been thrown into an entirely different sector of space that to them was entirely unknown. They knew nothing about it, from the Sol sector to the Praxian sector. And the Praxians seem to be lying. So the ladies are now attempting to figure this stuff out, and they're getting little bits and pieces each game session. So I'm going to say that we are all back at this point. Do we have Pixis back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent.
I think a few of the Praxians that we met need to be reprogrammed.
Yeah,
Yes, they do. They need to have some reprogramming of their own. So, okay, ladies, here you are. And Aries, you said you wanted to approach one of them. Go right ahead.
Yeah. We're here to get supplies, right? And is our ship needing? What sort of repairs does it need exactly? I'm trying to remember.
Every system on the ship is damaged. As you saw with the hyperdrive, when Pixis had done her engineering, she discovered that it was only working at roughly a 30% efficiency. And you definitely need fuel.
Okay, I'll just wave him over.
We should buy a repair robot.
Yeah, we may want to do that.
A laborer comes walking over. Good afternoon to you, ladies. What can we be of assistance for?
Where
We
is
need
your
supply-
repairman? And we need supplies.
Our mechanic? He's inside. What do you need him for? He looks you up and down as you're kind of dressed in some pretty heavy ass armor with some big ass weapons.
Well, our ship
Go ahead.
our ship over there needs to be fixed. Well, some of it needs to be fixed. We'd like somebody to take a look at her arm if they could, and we need some supplies.
He looks over at Ares. What's wrong with her arm? It looks like it's working just fine to me.
It's glitchy.
It's functioning at minimum capacity.
As I said, glitchy.
Glitchy? What, are you some kind of robot?
Oh, me? Oh, sort of. I whip out my special arm and I try and use my compartment to show him what my problem is.
Looks like you're going to need yourself a cyber doc. We don't have one of those around here. I mean, we do have a doctor, but I don't think Doc's going to be able to do too much for you.
Okay. Thanks, anyways. Now about that mechanic, get his ass out here.
All right. So he goes running on over, sticks his head inside the garage. Hey, Bill, we got some ladies out here who want to see you.
Sweet Jesus. Hey, Scooter!
So Bill walks out. Bill is, well, Bill is taller than Ares in her armor and about 4 times wider. He's able to probably pick up most of those crates out there without an assistant helper.
So basically, he's Aries type, exactly.
He's big and brawny and brutish. Yes.
Aries,
Do we have
control
time
your
to play
urges.
matchmaker?
I don't know what I'm feeling this way.
Stop drooling.
Aries, calm down.
I tell you, it wasn't the cannibal soup.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. You know how difficult it is to get into a voice with you girls talking in the background?
Sorry.
And of course,
My fault.
our resident from the Texas connection, Duffy out there is going, you got to work on your Texas drawl there, man.
Constructive
What can I do for
criticism.
you ladies?
Awesome.
Harry, you want to talk to him? Since you seem to be staring at him quite profusely.
My name's Beelzebub. The boys around here just call me Bill.
I put the visor on my helmet and slide it down.
I'm
I'll
lost.
say
Oh,
anything,
she's
though.
blushing.
She's so cute when she gets embarrassed.
My ship needs some repairs, and we could use some supplies.
That's a old piece of work over there. It looks like it's been sitting out and rusting for a few decades.
It has.
What'd you do? Drag it up out of scrap?
Pretty much. I'm refurbishing her, but not everybody has the parts I'm looking for.
Well, what do you have to offer for the repairs?
I have silver, and I have china, and I have some medical supplies, or I have credits.
Well, I don't think we're really in the need of any china.
Are you sure?
Doc, on the other hand, he may need some medical supplies. He definitely we don't really get resupplied often out here. Let me go over and take a look at your ship, and I can give you a rough estimation on what you need.
I'll come with you.
I just gave him a thumbs up.
He looks over and smiles at you. He goes down to the ship, stands in front of it, puts his hands on his hips, burying his knuckles into his hip bones. Reaches up, scratches a little patch of very, very short cropped hair on top of his head. Ooh, this thing looks like it's seen better days.
She has, but she's sturdy and she's flight worthy. She's good.
Well, it's going to take me some time to give you any sort of estimate.
I'm short on time. I gotta be somewhere quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know how they are about delivery dates. If you don't get your shit there on time, they're all, well, now you gotta pay extra. And they dock your pay and everything like that. I don't want my crew to suffer because we can't make it somewhere on time because one ship broke down and I had to drag this one out of the scrapyard just so I could make my delivery on time. You know how they are.
I do. We've had our fair share of missed shipments here, and I know how it goes. So you need to get someplace in a hurry then.
Yeah, we're headed out to, what the hell did that manifest say? Sigma 4.
Sigma 4? I have never heard of that. I mean, we're at Sigma 3.
Yeah, I know. I figured Sigma 4 can't be much further past you.
I haven't heard of that. You may want to go in there and talk to Doc. Doc is the one who he's the smart one.
Hey, I don't ask questions. That's just what my manifest says. That's what my NAB says. I just do what I'm told.
All right. Well, knowing that you need to get someplace in a hurry, I'll make sure to concentrate my efforts on your engines then.
That'd be great. I know we don't have an FTL. This thing only has a hyperdrive.
You're only humping a hyperdrive. Ha!
Exactly.
Wow, this is old. Oh my
See
God!
what I'm saying? This is what I had to drag out of. This is what they told me I had to drag out of the freaking scrapyard to get where I gotta go. I've been out here 20 freaking days trying to get where I gotta go.
All right. Hey, boys! He whistles really loudly and calls the other laborers to come over. Hey, boys! Drop what you're doing. Let's help these ladies out. They got to get someplace in a hurry. So, drop what you're doing. Let's get over here and take a look at this engine. Kind of stands there and looks at it for another second, kind of whispering half to himself, half to everybody within 200 feet of him. Damn, looks like a Class 2 hyperdrive, too.
3.
Yeah. 3?
What? 3.
Are you sure?
I know my engines. I can't fix them, but I know my engines.
Must be a Gen 1. Wow, I might actually have to pull up a schematic.
You got schematics for these things?
Yeah, I might. Why don't you go on in, head in, and talk to Doc about how this is going to get paid for, and possibly, why don't you go freshen yourselves up a bit, have something to eat. Y'all look like waifs.
Yeah, we ain't showered in a bit. You know how the facilities are on these things.
I remember facilities. I used to have to wash myself with plasma injector coolant.
Hey, we've done that a couple of times.
So he and the laborers head off towards your ship with a bunch of tools. Apparently Ares is going back to her ship too.
Yeah, keep an eye on them while you're in there, Ares.
Never mind. Okay.
I don't want to know what she's doing in her bunk.
Should we knock before we come in?
She doesn't
Might be
even know what
safer
any
that
of this
way.
is unless you've
I
been
don't do
teaching her
anything
stuff.
private.
She's with us, of course. She's we've got her all hooked up.
There's a sock on the airlock. Anyway, all right. So there you go. The laborers and Bill have gone down to start doing taking a look at your engine to figure out what the hell's wrong with it and what they can do to possibly fix it, or maybe rig something to make it work for you. What do you ladies want to do? Aries says she's in her bunk, so she apparently wants to stay inside.
Think I'm gonna
Go
go
talk to
and
the doc.
yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, you've been pointed to go down a specific hallway and how to enter in.
And which door would that be?
I think we know.
Yeah, it's just like the last outpost you were at. Doc is in the main control center.
Hopefully there's no tentacly guys in here this time.
Nope, no tentacle guys this time.
We presume the
not?
door opens, right?
Yes, the door's open easily enough. I'll just move you ladies up there. In front of you stands a near human male who apparently goes by the name of Doc. Near human. In his case, he has blue hair. Otherwise, he looks like a African American male with blue hair.
All right, I did the mechanic. Who's got this one?
I think
That
Aries
why
is
we
doing
got a
the
deal.
mechanic.
I guess I'll talk to him. Doc, I hear you're the medicine man round here.
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
Well, we need some repairs and we have some medical supplies we'd like to trade.
Medical supplies, you say? Well, that would be wonderful. I haven't had a shipment of medical supplies in weeks.
They're on our ship right now. Would you like to see what we have?
Yes, I do. If you have a manifest, I would be more than happy to take a look at it.
One of you had it, right?
I think I did. Or was that Aries?
No, that was you.
Oh, okay. I guess I had it.
Any
So
one of you could have it. I mean, you had plenty of time to download it.
Oh, well, here it is.
Yay.
He looks over them. These are pretty high grade for a ship that looks like yours. Are they stolen?
Nope.
Kinda shoots a sly grin. Not like I would care if they were. After all, medical supplies help whoever is in need.
Nope. I only outfit my crew with the best that money can buy.
Ah, so. He looks down the list. And you basically just want to do a straight trade for your medical supplies for repairs?
Pretty much.
Well, we need supplies too. And, if you can upgrade anything, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm really not going to be able to upgrade anything. We don't have the facilities for that.
We'll take whatever you can offer us.
Well, then how about this? Why don't I offer you ladies at least a hot meal? don't have much in the way of various kinds of foods around here, but there's a local plant that really tastes a lot like lamb.
Mm.
Echo's tongue kind of starts hanging out a little bit.
Too bad Aries isn't here.
What's a lamb? I'll move all of you over here.
She
Echo's
doesn't
bad
care
and it's
what it
really
is, it's
tasty.
food, she'll eat it.
So he goes about making you some food and just basically shooting the breeze with you. Because it's going to take a few hours for Bill to, take a look at your engine and figure out exactly what's wrong and come back with some kind of estimate for you. Meanwhile, on the ship, Ares, Bill is on the ship with you, along with a
Oh,
number of laborers.
I come out of my bunk, out of my suit. In the meantime, I had um freshened up slightly, not to look like a slob. You know, brush the chips off my shirt and stuff, comb my hair, and then I'll come out and just try to see if I can. I'll see I'm like, can I help you with anything?
Well, little lady, unless you know something about this engine, I got work to do. I think Doc's inside with your traveling companions. You want a hot meal? I'd say go in there.
Oh, thank you. The name's Eteries, by the way. I'll shake his hand, and then I'll go inside.
Nice to meet you. Hate to see you leave, but I love watching you go.
Oh, oh, never mind. He must be a pants guy.
Yes, he's a pants guy. Okay, so you are going to go inside?
Yeah, I'll catch up with everybody.
Alright, I'll put you right there, since you have no idea where they are.
Hey, where are you guys at? Beat on the wall. It's me! It's Aries, where are you?
Good lord, that girl. Echo will go out and get her.
Why didn't she use her comm?
I don't know. I think she forgets she has it on.
Yeah, she did. So did I.
Echo will go out and collect Aries and tell her to stop beating on walls randomly. She's gonna break something.
Alrighty, so now all 6 of you are in having yourselves a hot meal of some sort of strange plant that tastes like lamb,
Weird.
including the mint jelly, which was made from a local rodent, so it's kind of a bass-ackward food. So where are you ladies heading?
I believe we're headed to.
Sim
maybe?
4?
Yeah. What she said.
Sigma 4?
Yep, Sigma 4.
Well, this is 3.
Yeah, that's what Bill said, that this was 3 and he'd never heard of Sigma 4, but like I said, I don't question. I just follow orders.
I don't know what kind of orders you got to go to 4. That's not a good place to go.
As I said, I don't question. We just do the delivery.
What's wrong with 4?
Very inhospitable climate.
Hot, cold?
Insight check.
For who?
Since Echo was the one who was asking.
Oh, sure, makes sense. Hey, +5.
It's pretty hot around that area. You can tell Echo that by his reference, he's not talking about temperature.
Are we talking like war?
Well, I wouldn't put Bill on that planet.
Eh, I'm sure we'll be all right.
And you're supposed to bring. He looks down at his datapad again. China, silverware, foodstuffs, and this small amount of medical supplies to Sigma 4?
As I said, I don't question, I just do.
Well, my dear, you should probably have questioned this one.
Pays well.
Is right, it should. Those, well, the medical supplies at least, would be
Well,
Weird.
as I said, I don't question, I just do.
Perhaps we're getting to pick up something.
Explains why we were told not to get caught, but pay is pay.
Why would medical supplies be illegal?
Well, if the planet's as hot as he says it is, we could be delivering for the resistance. And if that's the case, then yeah, medical supplies would be illegal because that would be helping them heal.
He gets kind of a scared look on his face, but at the same time giving you like kind of this affirmative kind of air around him, like you're saying the exact things.
What two parties are fighting?
He looks you all over. He doesn't seem like he wants to say too terrible much right now.
No one's
Alright,
going to hurt you. No
Doc.
one's listening in.
It's just us in this room, right? There's no bugs, no cameras, no listening devices, right?
As far as I know,
Can you keep a secret?
it depends on what kind of secret.
Whatever you can tell us may be able to help us keep our heads on our shoulders.
What I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to want to divulge as much information as you can to us. Yes, my name is Lox. However, I'm not a transporter. I'm a sky marshal.
That means nothing to me. We don't have Sky Marshal around here.
Well, you do now. We've been sent to assess the situation and see what's going on.
Ooh, nice one, Lox.
He looks utterly confused and slightly scared.
We don't want anyone to know why we're really here. That's why we're posing as transporters, as couriers, as the case may be.
Well, that seems a little cloak and dagger.
It does, but you know how the government works.
So you work for the government.
It's usually what sky marshals do.
Well, since I've never heard of them before, you're my first one.
What do you guys have around here instead of marshals?
Yeah, what are you used to as law enforcement?
We don't get much law enforcement out here in this neck of the woods. After all, we're a simple outpost. We really don't do much of anything.
By the way, have you seen any of one of these before? And I show him a sketch of the creature that we had fought before at the last outpost.
All of you can give me an insight check on this one.
That's not insight. That's not insight at all.
Ares is clueless,
Oh,
which is not a surprise. Ares seems to be clueless about pretty much everything.
She's very innocent. Leave her be.
She is. She is. She can't read a person. But the rest of you definitely see the color drain from his face.
What's up, Doc?
How long have you been waiting to say that?
Thank you for saying that.
Just a little while.
Oh, that's not a creature I would care to see again.
Again?
What are they?
They come from these portals in space. They seem to be a conquering race. And they like to, well, they like to take over worlds. Not so much by force of arms, but internally. They inhabit the bodies of others and, well, they they do terrible things to them.
I don't mean to scare you, sir, but I will let you know the last outpost had one of these freaky creatures, and it's killing people there. May wanna like arm yourselves, you know? Maybe get the fuck out of here.
Well, that would not be a unwise thing, but we're not scheduled to leave here for another 2 years.
We have
Long
room on
time.
our ship.
And it's just you men here? What do you do? For fun.
Not much. We work.
Just curious, Doc, have you heard of the Soul Sector?
Not something I can say I've heard of, no.
Are you from Praxis?
I'm from within the Praxian Empire, yes. I'm not from the city planet of Praxis, no.
How big
Huh.
is the Praxian Empire?
Pretty much takes up almost all of known space at this point.
What about Bill? Where's he from?
Yeah, where is Bill from?
Oh, he's from a primitive planet. I don't even think it even has a name. But for the most part, they use sticks and spears and stones as their weaponry and live in mud huts. It's mostly a swampy planet. But Bill here, I guess, showed an aptitude for mechanics. The Praxians, when they came to his planet, they saw this in him and adopted him and taught him how to work on engines.
And he's seen ships like ours before. Interesting.
Well, I'm sure he has. He's seen all sorts of things. He's far older than what you look at.
How old is he?
Well, like a lady, you never ask a giant man who could rip your arms off without even breaking a sweat how old he is.
Aries, let's go ask him how old he is.
That is a really random question. Just bursting into the ship. Hey, Bill, how old are you? What?
Awesome.
Now, Doc, I'm going to need you to keep this to yourself.
I don't know who I would tell. We don't get a lot of communication out here, and as I said, it's been weeks since I've had any sort of deliveries.
When
How
is your
long
next
will-
scheduled delivery?
Well, our last scheduled delivery was about 3 weeks ago and never showed up. Our next one's not for at least another 2.
Just be careful.
Did you guys receive any info as to why it didn't show up? Do you have any communications with Praxis or anything?
We do have some communications, but they said they'd get back to us about it, and they never said anything. All of our inquiries have basically fallen on deaf ears.
Sounds like they've
Hmm.
left you high and dry.
Wouldn't be a surprise. A lot of our outposts, they're on the fringes of this asteroid belt, and we don't really get a lot of support.
And you guys are still working here for them?
Not much choice. It's either you go ahead and do the work that they've requested of you, or you're reprogrammed and do it anyway.
Can you give us more information on what this reprogramming is? It's not commonplace where we're from.
Well, reprogramming is a way that the Praxians use to settle disputes peaceably. After all, you can't have a rebellion or an uprising or violence or crime if the people who are here don't even think about those things.
I don't understand it. Where I come from, we have settled disputes with a good old-fashioned fist fight.
Well, you and Bill would definitely be two peas in a pod on that, because I'm sure Bill has settled more than one dispute using his fists.
That's how we settled them back in the academy.
Same.
Personally, I prefer to talk out my problems. These hands, and he holds up his hands, they're not quite much different than a human hand, except it looks like he has an additional knuckle on each of his fingers, and his fingers are slightly longer. These hands were made for fixing humanoids. I am definitely a healer, not a fighter.
We need to take Bill with us permanently.
What are you doing way out here, healer? There's not many people to heal.
Well, radium mining can be a hazardous place, and we've had more than our fair share of casualties. My services have been used far more often than I care to admit.
So you're mining radium?
Yes. Liquid radium. Most of the outposts out here in this neck of the woods, the cores for the asteroids, most of them are liquid radium.
You mine for Praxis, do you?
Yes. The radium is used in most of their fuel systems.
Interesting, that.
Hmm.
As you ladies are speaking with Doc,
Be right back.
he stops and holds up his finger for a moment, and listens to a communication device that is in his ear, and turns and looks at you and says, Bill is ready to tell you about what your ship may need. And I'm sorry, it's not going to be inexpensive.
How much are we
Sure.
talking?
Sure, we can work something out.
He says, Bill's outside. You now realize that you've been speaking with the doctor for hours. And is getting on to nighttime. Are all of you going to go outside, or just a few of you?
I think I'm going to stay inside and talk with Doc more.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go see what Bill's done. And the other crew.
I want to
Texas
go see
and
Bill.
You want to go see Bill?
No, Aries.
Oh. So Echo, Lunafia, and Pixis are staying inside with Doc, and then Ares, Ravella, and Lox are going outside with Bill.
Yep.
Very much.
Alrighty. So we'll start outside.
All right, Bill. What's the damage?
You see Bill walking up with his laborers in tow. He's wiping his hands off on what looks like most of a beach towel that he uses as a pocket handkerchief. Oh, she's seen better days.
Preaching to the choir, my man.
Well, your fuel capacity is down to about a quarter, so you'll need more fuel. That's the easy part.
What's the hard part?
The hard part's gonna be you got a number of systems that are out. Most of them are electrical. Nothing I can do about that. The mechanical ones I can fix. But it's gonna be taking some of my rig pieces. In order to do so, you need a new turbine. I got one turbine here, which we use on the drilling rigs. I can let you have it as long as Doc says you've settled up for a good price. And it ain't gonna be cheap. Sorry, ladies.
No, we understand that. Bill, how many of you are on this little outpost?
This outpost, I think we got 10 in this outpost. And I think we've got scattered mining camps of something like 70 or 80.
How soon can you get them all in?
I don't have any control over that. That'd be the mine boss. He'd be the one who would do that.
Okay. All
You guys
right.
have
Well,
any
double check
alcohol?
with.
For later.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
She's asking if they have any alcohol for later.
For later. Well, we do have something that we have affectionately called rubbing alcohol.
Well, I'm talking about the kind that you drink.
Oh, this is stuff that you would drink. Probably not on purpose, but you drink it. It'll definitely cure what ails you.
Am I gonna go blind?
Nobody's gone blind drinking rubbing alcohol in 2 years.
Oh, so you've perfected the distilling process. Awesome.
Yeah, and we also use it to clean the gear parts.
Oh, even better.
Naturally.
It's multifunctional. Aries, you may want to stay away from that.
Sad face.
Keep all open sources of flame away from it, too. He smiles, a big, broad grin that literally goes from ear to ear. You now realize this man's mouth is probably just about as big as Pixis's head.
Bill,
Oh
if
my
you don't
God.
mind my asking, where are you from?
A little dirtball. Don't even think it has a name.
I was told not to ask how old you are.
Old enough, honey.
I have no idea how old I am.
Ever heard of someplace called Sol Sector?
Sorry, I really don't get out too terrible much.
Hey.
So, well, it's gonna take a couple days to get the parts put in your ship. I'm sorry, that's working at full capacity. We're not really a space station that has all the repair facilities. Just me and me boys.
Well, in that case, do you have anything to keep us busy? Something we can assist with?
I think we're going to have to forego the repairs and just take the supplies.
Hmm.
Fuel?
Fuel? Well, we do
Basically.
have some fuel. I mean, if we have anything in abundance, it's fuel.
That's about what we're going to have to do then. I, as much as I would love to have the repairs done on the ship, we just don't have time.
Maybe I'll help
Yeah.
out.
All right. Well, I'll send me boys down and fill up the ship. You can go talk to Doc and settle up with him. I don't think it's gonna be too terrible much for the fuel. As I said, them Praxians, they ain't gonna miss a couple gallons.
Fine by me.
So it's gonna cost you 1/2 of your medical supplies in order to fuel up the ship.
It seems a little steep.
He's in need, and so are you.
Yeah, begrudgingly.
And that takes about another hour, 2 hours. And you ladies would be back on your way.
Do you know, did they have any like repair robots or something that would work on the electrical at least?
No, they have no repair robots available. All the repair robots they have work in the hazardous waste areas of the mining facilities. Now, instead of paying with the medical supplies, you could pay with credits. Credits wise, it'll only be about 1,000 credits.
I forget how much we have.
I think
Well,
I
if it's
have.
only taking half of our supplies, I mean,
We don't know if we can sell those supplies on Praxis for more credits, so we might as well keep our credits just in case.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Plus, I mean,
Exactly.
we don't have a huge need for them. I'm not saying we should just, toss them out, but these guys are in need and they did help
Yeah.
us.
Credits aren't going to help Doc out very much.
Yeah, I'd much rather trade the supplies here than do anything else with them.
Are we still trying to plan on going to like Sector 4 at all, or?
I thought we were going to go help Livingston.
Yeah, we're going to help Livingston.
Okay.
At least I thought that was the game.
Yep.
Because that number 4 planet we can always come back to.
Yeah, I don't think
Sigma
we're going to start
4.
fighting anytime soon.
Yes, Sigma 4 we can always come back to. It's not going to go. It's not like it's going anywhere.
I was just thinking that Sigma 4 might have more value to those medical supplies since those were where they were originally going to go, but I don't know.
Don't forget
I mean,
that's
if
not
we're
all
not
that was
going there
going there.
yet. Yeah, well, yeah, there was the weapons too, but
Yeah, we don't know who they were meant for, so we don't want to be caught with them on that planet.
Plus, I mean, there's really no reason for us to go to Sigma 4. I mean, we're trying to get home, not be delivery boys.
Yeah, but aren't those people that are on Sector 4 possibly our people?
We don't know.
We don't know.
And this ship is from our galaxy, and that's where it was heading, right?
As far as we know, yeah.
It's sounds like an area we might want to check out, you know?
Well,
I'm
that's
just curious if they might be able to help with getting Livingston. If maybe they are rebels fighting against the Praxians or something, they might, be willing to help us.
we can check it out. It's on the way.
Actually, do we know where Sigma 4 is?
And that's where Doc, as you guys have concluded your business, Doc, who is in the control center at the time, will come back with a data pad and just quietly smile at Lox as he hands it over.
I'll take a look at the data pad.
It is the location of Sigma 4.
Sweet.
Sigma 4 is, give or take, about 5 days at hyper. At your current state of hyper, I should say. It's about 5 days away in the opposite direction of Praxis. And it's deeper in the asteroid belt.
All right, guys, it's your choice.
Praxis first.
I'm okay with going there.
I want to go, but what if we don't have a well functioning ship? I mean, if we get stuck out there, we're stuck. We don't know if we have any
Praxis
allies on that
first,
planet.
I think.
Good
Shall we
point.
just cast a vote as to who wants to go away?
Would you like me to put a vote up in the chat for you?
Sure.
Yeah, so the party seems a little divided, so that might be
I'm
best.
neutral, really. I'm just
Yeah,
stating
same
what
here.
the pros and cons.
I mean,
pros.
if we go to Sigma 4, there may be more people from Sol Sector there, and they may be rebelling against the Praxians. But we have a kind of a crappy ship, and we may get out there, but we may not be able to get back.
And it's risky, right?
Yeah, it's very risky, especially because if we're delivering for one side, everything's going to be a-okay. If we're delivering for the other side and we get caught, we're kind of screwed.
If we knew what sides they were, it'd be easier to choose, but we don't know.
I'm going to err on the side that we're probably going to be delivering to our people, seeing as it's our it's one of the Soul Sector ships, it's the Soul Sector weaponry, and these are Soul Sector supplies. So
But why would they give like such a crappy ship out though?
yeah,
For
but think
a
about
delivery.
it. 20 years ago, this wasn't a crappy ship.
And it looks like it was in a firefight of some sort.
Yeah. So it probably wasn't originally a crappy ship.
If our people are on that planet, maybe they can better help repair the ship.
That's a possibility too.
Because if we land on Praxis, they might check it over and take the stuff out of the secret cargo hold.
And then they might find out that we know
That they're lying?
because we have the ship.
Yeah, something tells me the Praxians aren't telling us the whole story.
I never trusted them.
No, as soon as they started talking about reprogramming.
Yeah, it gave me the heaves.
Okay, ladies, I have put in the chat box, I have put a vote. So for those of you who want to vote, you can go ahead and hit check mark for Sigma or X for Praxis. But by all means, go ahead, continue role playing with each other and convince each other. And I'm going to assume you're doing this on your ship and not within earshot of
Yeah.
Bill and Doc and the laborers.
No, we're on the ship. Shit. But on the other hand, if we go back to Praxis, we're definitely going to make it to Praxis, but we may not be able to keep the ship.
Yeah,
And if we lose the ship, we lose any way to get to Sigma.
Exactly.
Not including whatever they may decide with us being there in a Soul Sector ship that apparently wasn't supposed to exist.
Mm-hmm.
But if we also go to Sigma, we may as well just count the Livingston as gone. I mean,
he's tough. I think he can hold his own for a little while longer. On our way to Sigma 4, maybe we can ask him how he's holding up.
the Livingston is Lox's decision, not ours.
I'm
So
almost
basically,
wondering.
it's like certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Exactly, just like any other role playing game.
All right, my little computer, geeky peeps. Would there be a way that we could possibly download the Livingston from Praxis to the ship? Could we sort of rig that up somehow?
To be honest, you do not have anybody in your party with the capabilities of doing that. You would have to hire or find a person who would be able to hack the system to do it.
Maybe
Anybody
there
want to pop back out and ask Doc if they know anybody?
might be a hacker even on Sigma 4 too. So we might be able to kill two birds with one stone by going there.
Exactly.
So.
All right, I'm all for.
Sigma it is then.
It looks like it's Sigma.
I'm not totally convinced, but you guys are, yeah, let's go to Sigma.
Alrighty. You get back aboard the Magpie and you take off, leaving Sigma 3, Bill, Doc, and the laborers behind. With the information that you have received from Doc, which is on a absolutely clean data pad. When I say absolutely clean, the only thing that's here is the coordinates for Sigma 4. There is nothing else, not like anything traceable at all.
That's fine.
I would like whomever is going to do the navigation to please punch that into the navigation system. And make me a navigation check.
Pixis has been doing such a fine job. I think we should let her.
Exactly.
Pixis is like the navigator.
She is.
For a
Look.
reason.
See, look at that. And you haven't even fixed the systems yet to even have the system bonuses put into place yet. So, and she's doing a fantastic job of just taking raw data and throwing it into the computer and making the computer work. Now all I need is a pilot check out of Lox. Is Ares going to help her?
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay, so Lox will have advantage on her pilot check. Ooh, good check. Matter of fact, between Pixis and her navigation and Lox and Ares doing the piloting, you'll be able to shave a day off of your travel.
Nicely done, guys.
Nice.
I'm gonna miss Bill, guys. I say this in character. He was
Aww.
he was kind of like me.
Oh, honey, we can stop and pick him back. We can stop and pick him up on our way back if you want.
Did you at least exchange comms?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a comm. I forget that.
Oh my god.
Somebody blowing her ear.
Is there any like sticky or post-it notes or anything around? I'm gonna literally stick "I have a comm" on the inside of her visor.
She always has comm issues.
Well, we can say that there's a post-it note and you stick it right to her.
Yeah, I'm putting it on the inside of her visor, like right above her eyes, so it's not quite in the way, but it's like that annoying thing that's like right there, reminding her.
Farsighted.
On the way back, we'll stop and we'll get Bill's comm information.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It's not like a big deal or anything.
Aww.
So cute.
In the meantime, if you want to use the ship's comms to try and contact Bill, you're more than welcome to.
Well, I was really just wanting to like learn a little bit about like, mechanics.
Just make sure it's on privacy mode.
Exactly, privacy mode.
Aries, why don't you and I go see if we can hail down Bill?
High five.
So you can learn more about mechanics.
And get his private comm while you're at it.
Yeah, echoes your wing, lady.
Everyone doesn't hear the conversation.
But of course, this is Ares trying to use a computer, so you know she's going to have it broadcasting all over the ship, the entire conversation.
We're just gonna sit on the couches and snicker.
It's not just over, it's like over everything. Like a radio
Across the
station.
Praxian Space Network. They're listening to these.
All of Praxis is.
Look,
It must be this new Hollow novel that they're all reading or listening to. The Hollow drama. Ares
This would
and
be a
Bill.
really awkward conversation.
Like the Truman Show.
Oh my lord. Okay, so it's going to take 4 days. During that 4 days period of time, Ares will be put in touch with Bill back on Sigma 3. And, well, let's be honest, there is times where one of you has to walk by and flip it from broadcast to privacy more than once during these conversations.
You wonder if the laborers are
cute.
doing that on Bill's side too.
Oh, yeah, I probably.
No.
Doc is probably doing that on Bill's side. It's like that
That
privacy
guy.
mode.
Doc's just taped it to the privacy mode. It's just like that's it. He's not touching anything.
So basically, at this point, you ladies now have a contact with Bill, Doc, and the laborers on Sigma 3 that you have a hideout. If
cool.
you need to escape and be hidden someplace, you can always go to Sigma 3, and the men of Sigma 3 are willing to work with you to help you out.
Sweet.
We got a group
Awesome.
of geodaddies
Awesome.
in space.
Space Geodaddies, yes.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, more facepalm on my part. I'm so glad I don't have to do this face to face with you ladies.
He'd just be a perpetual shade of pink.
Okay, that makes me want to do this on a video cam even
Right.
more.
Hey, if he kept his beard, he'd be able to hide more of it.
He's got his beard right now. And I'm not just talking about me.
Anyway, so what else would you like to do during the 4 days?
Do you have any
Not
card
much.
games or anything?
You do find solitaire on the computer.
Sweet, I'm gonna sit
I'm
down
going
and
to
play
see
that.
if that replicator can make nachos.
Yes, you can make nachos.
Can we make beer? Is there beer? Let's have nachos and beer.
Hops. They're hops.
Yes.
Sweet.
And matter of fact, you will discover that you actually have a HoloVid suite as a part of the habitation module. And you are able to get current television programming and movies and news reports and all other such stuff beamed directly to your ship.
Well,
Can
if
we
we
watch
can make
Snakes on a
beer, we
Plane?
need to make sure somebody keeps Aries away from the comms when she's drinking.
No, we need to put her on the comms when she's
We
drinking.
don't need
It'd be
drunk
great.
calming Bill.
As long as there's no drunk video calming. And even then, I mean,
Funny.
I will just hand wave that there has probably been at least one incident of drunk calming that has happened. So I'll just hand wave that. What was said or
Ladies
done
on
during
a-
that, not going to say. Not going to say.
I'll leave it up to the imagination. I like it.
Yes. Yeah, leave it to the imagination. And to the fan fiction of our fans.
So we
Now
should
we got a good picture of Bill.
Probably too much of a good picture, but yes, yes.
Oh boy.
we should probably tune into some news and then, maybe some sports ball to go with the nachos and the beer.
There you go. All right. So you do get some sports on there. You do get some news. Now, the news is actually very passive. It seems to have been cleansed. There is no way that something the size of, now that you know that's called the Praxian Empire, has absolutely no negative things happening. But all that you get as far as news programs go are how happy, shiny everything is.
Through a mouthful of nachos, Echo's gonna go, this is bullshit. There is no way this thing is an entire empire. I mean, Earth and the Sol system has so much issues just in one area.
Exactly. That how does this empire remain so clean, so pristine, so calm? It's definitely I mean, you don't even have to worry about rolling checks. It just is not feasible that there is no conflict. And for 4 days, this is what you do. Watch TV, get yourself familiarized, and, well, apparently drink and drunk video chat with some sort of burly alien on a far-off mining planet. At the end of day 4, you'll come out of hyperspace. No sooner do you come out of hyperspace.
Oh, we're surrounded by molten fire and rock.
Oh, stop it.
This
That's
is
just
not
what that
safe.
says. It's not safe. The alarms start going off.
What? Lox, that's your cue.
Yep, that is my cue. That are my alarms saying.
Your alarms are saying, alarm! Alarm!
Okay, but why are they going, buggy on me?
Why are they going? Well, you'd have to probably ask your person who's on your sensors.
I will ask the person who is on my sensors. Why are you setting my alarms off? What did I ever do to you?
Pixis, that would be a computer check, and you're going to have this at advantage, my dear. Pixis, you will know that you have entered a sector of space that has mines.
Oh, good lord.
Gotta
Oh,
watch
good
it.
lord.
Somebody
This is where
better
I come in.
navigate this minefield.
Yeah, get Lox and Ares up there.
So now we are going to have a new encounter type, ladies. One that you probably haven't had before. This is called a group skill check. There is a DC that is to be met, but there's only specific skills that you can utilize for it, and they all add together.
Okay.
So we will need navigation, we'll need computers, and we will need piloting. It is those 3 things. Now, if you have other ideas to get through the minefield to add to the possibility of your success, then by all means, please go ahead and offer some suggestions.
We shoot the fine china out of the cannon.
Ooh. Raviella, your skill check has just made the DC more difficult.
Can I use a perception roll to see to help look where the mines are so we can avoid them?
There you go.
Yes, you can.
Can I use inspiration to re-roll?
Yes, you can. And I will say that Echo, Lox,
F.
Unifia, Pixis, and Raviella. You ladies may want to use an action die to add to each of your totals.
Do we just click the 7 up there to use it?
Yes.
I got a 1. That's great.
Well, it didn't really hurt much.
Can I use maybe stealth check to see if we're getting between these mines?
Ooh, stealth. Oh, wait. Before anybody else rolls anything else. This is it's bought by chat. Pixis, you're going to have an advantage on a stealth check to try to stealth the magpie the rest of the way. And this will be the last check for this skill challenge.
Nice roll,
So we-
Pixis.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. Really
All
good.
right. So, this is what happens. Between Ares and Lox, the two of you pilot extraordinarily well through the minefield. The rest of the ladies are navigating, using the computers and other such things to call out mines that are getting too close to you, while Lunafia is actually looking out the window and noticing that there are certain ones that are not being picked up on sensors and pointing those out so you ladies can go ahead and avoid them. You get
So we can not
through,
die.
so you don't die. So you get through the minefield and you get through it, and then Pixis plays with the computer for a minute and basically makes your entire signature vanish off of any sort of sensor. So your transponder's been turned off, uh, your silhouette has been turned off, like she generated additional interference, so you now blend in with the background radiation of space.
Way to go, Pixis. Can you do that again?
But you are still visible. There is nothing that's going to hide you without cloaking technology from the visible
We're
spectrum.
just
So if
not
somebody
on
flies
radar.
close by, right, you're just off radar, you're just off sensors. Mechanically, electronically, you are invisible.
Well, we can deal with the sight thing, but
Correct.
sensors, that's a whole nother bag of tricks. But we're off sensors, so we're good.
So below you, on sensors, you can see that Sigma 4 is indeed below you. Below you, you see a small planetoid. It's a little bit larger than Sigma 3, but it definitely has its own atmosphere. It definitely has had a number of colonies built on it. You are picking up the faint beacon of a location to land, like a spaceport kind of thing. But what you see below you is nothing but ruins. An entire city of ruins. Think of something the size of Detroit. That is nothing but ruins. That is what you see below you. And there's smoke and all sorts of other things down there. You can see smoke, you can see.
Oh, is this fresh? Sniff the smoke
And
in here.
apparently, we have a young boy running in yelling, Mommy. Ares, you have been busy.
Oh.
Um, So you'll see smoke, you'll see fire, you see huge craters in the ground, you see all sorts of things down there. And you are picking up a little bit of life, humanoid life down below. In space, you are picking up in space, you're picking up a number of ships and a number of satellites.
See if we can help anybody.
Anything that would be close to what we're used to?
What do you mean what you're used to?
Like what I would recognize from Soul Sector.
Like the ship types or the satellites? What are you looking for specifically?
Both ship types and satellites.
Um, it does not appear that the ships or satellites are Sol sector in origin.
Right, let's avoid those ships and we'll check the other side of the planet.
Okay, so you go to the far side. Are you okay? So you're going to avoid those ships.
Like the plague.
Okay, and I still have Ares on co-pilot. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, in that case, then Lox, you will get advantage on a piloting check. And Pixis, you're going to get advantage on a computers check. Both of you do relatively well enough. You believe that you haven't been pinged. You believe that nobody has been able to see you. And you slip around to the dark side of the planetoid. So you're on the night side. What would you like to do?
Uh, again, looking around, seeing if there's anything familiar over here.
No. And granted, at the moment, you also only have passive scanning as far as that goes. Your sensor suite is still damaged, so you can't actually get some active scans to find out origins too terribly well.
But there's not as many ships over here or satellites.
There's still ships and satellites, but they're more concentrated above the ruins of the city. And they were definitely of a strange configuration that you've never seen before.
Is there any way to scan the planet for humanoid presence?
There is indeed.
What kind of a role would that be?
That would be a computer's check, and I will give whomever wants to use the computer advantage.
Who on this ship is best with computers?
I'm flying the beast right now, so
I'm okay. I'm not great.
I've got nothing in it, so
Yeah, me neither.
So that would pretty much be Pixis then.
Right, so I'm doing navigation.
You're going to be doing a computers at advantage. That's good enough. You discovered that there is you found with your initial scans anyway that there was some humanoid life down there. But with this scan, you're able to actually pinpoint pockets. And on the dark side that you're currently flying above, or orbiting above, I'm sorry, you can definitely tell that there is some decent sized pockets. And not only are there decent sized pockets, appears to be energy discharges happening at some of those pockets. Unfortunately, your sensors are not repaired well enough to get any further detail.
What does that mean? Like energy.
well, energy discharges usually means fighting.
Okay. Hmm. Well, we need to know who's fighting who.
well, Lox is flying the thing. So do you want to take us down in close for us to get a look, or park a little bit ways away and have us walk?
I'm voting walk.
Yeah, so am I. Let's do a scout and see what we can see.
So you want to land how far away?
Far enough to where they're not going to find the ship easily, but close enough that it's still within walking distance.
You
So
know,
like
that
2 miles.
Okay, I was gonna say that was like fly casual, but not too casual. I mean, that's
Yeah. Look casual, but not too casual. It's okay.
all right. So you will land on this planet in the dark side. And you're able to find a ravine that you're able to put it down in with no issues. You get out, and you can hear the definite sound of weapon fire, heavy weapon fire, in the distance.
Oh yeah.
Ladies, go ahead and give me stealth checks. I'm going to assume everybody is equipping themselves for a battle.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have this at disadvantage.
Yeah, I believe you have your stealth at disadvantage as well. Lunafia's like, psst, peace out, Cub Scouts.
Oh, I didn't roll it. Dang
I'm double proficient in stealth.
it.
I got
Oh
this.
my God.
And Aries is going tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe over her, loudspeakers. Hey guys, I'm sneaking.
She figured out
Finally
her
have-
comms.
Yeah.
Somebody shut her down.
All right, so
Oh,
you ladies start sneaking down through a ravine towards the fighting. And this is where we are going to end for this week.
Say what?
Say what? Yep, this is where we're ending for this week. All right, well, ladies, thank you very much for coming and joining us today and playing. That was a lot of fun. And next week, we are going to pick this up with the Battle of Sigma 4 and the beginnings of it, and see which side you ladies decide to choose.
I am excited.
Considering there's a lot of heavy weaponry down there, like tanks and stuff.
Send me at him. Ah.
Yeah, exactly. I will give you experience points off stream, but for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this episode of Iron Maidens. As I said before, yes, the ladies definitely like to have their stories, and you are all welcome to go ahead and write as much fan fiction as you would like, and if you'd like to share it on our Discord, please, by all means, join our Discord channel and let us know what you like or dislike about the Iron Maidens.
Yeah,
Thanks
we're
for coming,
ladies, we like to
guys.
talk.
We'll see
Yes,
you
yes, you
next
do.
week.
So, and for this week, for myself and for my maidens, I would like to thank everyone for joining us. Have a very, very good day.
Bye.